It would be a great platform to allow people who have some creative ideas, both from, well, since I'm from university, I think a lot of students now, they have their own inventions, they have the great ideas. The problem is that when they would like to start doing their own business, they need initial fund, which they can't get it from the bank. So crowdfunding would be a way that they can gain financial access. And also the invention that I have experienced with my students, they have some specific purpose to solve specific problems like disabled people. So to me, it's just like an inspiration, well, let's say inspirational students who would like to solve specific problems, but they have their technical skills. What they lack is basically the financial support, which most of the time is not a lot of money, but they can't go to the bank and they can't come to their professors because their professors don't have sufficient money. So if this sort of platform grow, then there would be a lot of opportunities for young students or people who have some creative idea to leverage, to solve, to create something new. Yeah.
So how useful do you think this summit is to your profession?
Oh, I think it's great in the sense that crowdfunding issues hasn't been discussed a lot in university or in academic community. Even though some professors, we talk about it, but we don't actually understand the mechanism inside, especially we don't actually understand or see the movement of crowdfunding in, not just only in Thailand, but in ASEAN. Most of us still think that crowdfunding is something that exposed just only in Europe, in the US, and we learn a lot of case studies from Kickstarter, Indiegogo, those sort of platforms, while in fact there's a lot of things going on in Thailand. So it is a very good opportunity for me to take all these knowledge and go back and share with my colleagues as well as my students. Yes.
So what do you hope to see change in Thailand's startup scene?
More understanding. In Thailand, I think we still confused with the term entrepreneurs. We still thinking that entrepreneurs is basically all those people who conduct the traditional business, like selling food on the street. But technopreneurs is something that most of us don't really recognize or understand. So for startup companies, I think the best way is to start making some sort of case studies that when you talk about the new entrepreneurs or new startup, it's not necessarily to be that traditional restaurants. It's something involved with innovation, technological development, and it requires some specific platform, places, lab, as well as some group of people who share the same mindset to solve the same problems. And with that, then they would understand the crowdfunding platform, which would allow startup company to grow more and more in the future in Thailand. Yeah.
And finally, what is your experience with impact finance?
In Thailand, we just come from the session about banking industry, and I think banks in Thailand, they have this traditional mindset, and then I think like a lot of business in Thailand, it's risk averse. So they focus more and more on supporting all those businesses that seem to generate revenue steadily, or some business that perform quite well and show the trend of financial revenue that's gonna accumulate in the future. But in terms of loans, in terms of capital, venture, business angel, those sort of things, we don't have a lot of that activities or movement in Thailand. And therefore the financial market in Thailand, the big players still focus on their own, let's say, secure revenues from a certain group of people who would show them that they're going to give the money back to the banks rather than looking for ways to stimulate new growth, rather than looking for new ways to provide a platform to support the young entrepreneurs. That's my point of view. You're welcome.